There are players who take time to develop, who need years and experience and failure before they become what they were always meant to be. And then there is Kylian Mbappé, who arrived, at 19 years old, and immediately looked like he belonged at the very top of the sport. Not almost. Not eventually. Immediately. Kylian Mbappé was born on the 20th of December 1998 in Bondy, a suburb on the outskirts of Paris. His father Wilfried was a football coach originally from Cameroon. His mother Faiza was a handball player of Algerian origin. Sport was not just something the family did. It was who they were. From the moment he could run, Kylian was different. Not just fast, though the pace was immediately extraordinary, but intelligent, sharp, able to read the game at a level that coaches of much older players simply could not explain. Welcome back to The Last Boot, the channel where football is more than a game. It is emotion. It is history. It is the human story behind every goal and every heartbreak. I am so glad you are here today. If you are new here, please subscribe and join the Last Boot family. We are growing every single day and I do not want you to miss a single story. Today we are talking about a player who did not just arrive in football, he exploded into it. A teenager who won a World Cup. A young man who is already being spoken about in the same breath as Messi and Ronaldo. Kylian Mbappé. The future. Let us find out. He joined the Monaco Academy. And at 17, while most players his age are still dreaming, Mbappé was already in the first team. Already scoring goals. Already making defenders look like they were standing still. Monaco had one of the most extraordinary seasons in their history in 2016 to 2017. They reached the semi-finals of the Champions League. They won Ligue 1. And at the heart of everything, this teenager. This boy who played with a freedom and a confidence that left the entire football world slightly stunned. Paris Saint-Germain paid €180 million for him in 2018. The second most expensive transfer in football history after Neymar. And Mbappé was 19 years old. But the moment that announced Kylian Mbappé to the entire world had already happened. In the summer of 2018. In Russia. At the World Cup. France were playing Argentina in the round of 16. Mbappé was 19. He was rapid, direct, and completely without fear. He scored twice. He won the penalty that opened the scoring. He was simply unplayable. France went on to win the World Cup. Mbappé scored in the final. And he became only the second teenager in history after Pele in 1958 to score in a World Cup final. Pele. And Mbappé. That is the company. He left PSG in 2024 to join Real Madrid, the club he had dreamed of as a child. The move felt inevitable. Almost like the final piece of a story that had been written long before anyone else could read it. At Real Madrid the stage is even bigger. The expectations even higher. And Mbappé, still only in his mid-20s, is already carrying the weight of being the next one. The player who will define the era after Messi and Ronaldo. Whether he fulfills that destiny completely, only time will tell. But what is already certain is this. Kylian Mbappé is not just a great footballer. He is a phenomenon. A player whose pace, intelligence, and finishing belong to a category that very few human beings have ever occupied. A boy from Bondy, a suburb outside Paris, Who watched Cristiano Ronaldo posters on his bedroom wall as a child and then grew up to play alongside him at Real Madrid. The future. And it is already here. That is it for today's story on The Last Boot. If this video moved you, please give it a big thumbs up. Share this with every football fan you know. Hit subscribe and join the Last Boot family. Drop your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video. Until then, keep the passion alive.